Welcome to our foot and toe mobility follow along. We're going to both work on the way that we can extend our toes and also flex our toes today. Both are important. When we're looking at walking, it's often more important what happens when we're extending, but equally if we can't get a nice toe flexion, that can be a problem as well. The first thing that we're going to start with is just kind of loosening up the whole foot. We're going to stick our fingers in between our toes and do some circles. So we're just circling the ankle joint to begin with, but then we're going to add some toe movement in there as well. So our toes come up and then pulling our toes down. So ankles, toes. If you're circling in one direction, make sure you go back in the other direction as well. Go into that extension and into that bend. You can also just kind of come up to the top of the toes, hold your foot stable, and just move the actual toes up and down. And then while you're at it, give your midfoot a bit of a wiggle. Doesn't really matter what you do. There's no perfect here. We just want to be giving everything a big stretch. So I'm kind of using my thumb here to push under my foot and rotate it in one direction. So I'm pushing with my thumb and pulling with my fingers. And then I'm doing the opposite, pulling with my thumb and pushing with my fingers. Feels amazing for me today to pull my toes towards me. This is the most of anything that I've done so far that's given me a big stretch. So I'm going to hang out there a little bit longer. If you find a place that feels particularly nice to stretch, do the same thing. Just spend a little bit of time there focusing on what feels good to your body today. I'm going to swap to our other foot. Again, you're going to lace your fingers into your toes. You can see this is a lot harder on this foot for me. It is my stiffer foot. It's often the way it goes. One foot moves more than another. I'm going to start with ankle rotations in one direction and then in the other direction. I'm going to add my toes in, so toe and ankle, extending and flexing. And then I'm going to come just down to the toes, up and down, maybe some little circles here. Just kind of follow your instinct with what's feeling good in your body right now. If this is feeling really intense for you and you can't actually get your fingers in between your toes, you can always hold around the toes as well and still do all of these movements just without the toe spread. Then we're going to go into that foot rotation, so twisting in one direction, twisting in the other direction. Push and pull with your thumb and fingers, and then the other way. Have a play, do what feels good. This isn't as amazing on this foot as it was on my other foot, which is surprising. This is normally the one that I get the most feeling out of, but that's the way it rolls today. The next move that we're going to go into is a big toe rock back movement. So we'll be stretching out our big toe. You can go too far with this, so just be gentle. If you're feeling a lot of pinching, probably pushing a little bit hard. If you're feeling a nice stretch, that's great. Don't push so hard that you're cramming up the joint and pinching into the joint. So just go easy with this. We want to tuck our big toe under and then knee down, stretch the other leg back. And then you can either come up on your hands like I am, and I'm just kind of rocking backwards and forwards, or you can relax down onto your forearms, whatever feels better for you. I'm getting much more stretch through my big toe and the back of my calf when I'm down on my forearms. If this is feeling particularly good for you, feel free to hang around here. But I'm going to move on to the other side as well. Same deal. Again, being my stiffer toe, my stiffer foot, I'm going to be a little bit more careful with this side. Just doesn't feel so good to me to go as deep into those stretches. Right now, this is feeling really amazing without leaning into my legs. So I'll quickly show you on this side, but I'm not going to hang out there. But you could be leaning down into here, rocking backwards and forwards. I'm going to stay up here. And just spending some time moving backwards and forwards and even slightly side to side. So I'm kind of shifting my body weight over the side of my toe and then towards my little toe. All right, next we're going to do a toe sit. We are going to tuck our toes under us and sit on it. I've got some support here. You could use a pillow, a cushion, a rolled up towel, whatever it is, to make this a bit easier for you if you need it. If not, we're tucking our toes under and just sitting here. For some people this is quite intense. If that's the case, make it really nice for yourself and give yourself a little bit of support. You can put it under your shins or closer towards your actual toes, whatever it is that feels good for you. I'm going to get that out of the way. And we're just going to sit here for a little bit. You can change the position that you're staying in. There's less weight on your toes if you're here, more if you're here, or if you're really feeling it, you can even do a big toe stretch with a reach back. You can play with different positions here to make it easier or harder. Some people might want to start here where they're still getting a big stretch through their toes, but it's not a lot of hard work. Other people might be more comfy and happy here, or you might even want to lean back like this. Pick your poison, and then give yourself a little break. Tuck your toes under, let them rest. We're going to do this 2 more times. So once you're feeling ready to go, lean forward, toes under. I'm shimming back again, back at it, so I have less pressure on the toenail part of my toe and more on the ball of my toe. And then we're just going to hang out here for another 5 seconds. And then relax, tuck your toes under again, do the opposite of that big stretch that we were just getting. I'm going to go 1 more time. All right, 5 seconds in this toe sit position. Okay, relax out of that. We've really worked on that big toe extension movement. Our next step is to work on a big toe flexion or bending forward. So to do that, we're going to do some crunches. You can have your foot in the air. It can be hanging loose, leaning on something, on a chair, whatever you want to do. Just don't want it resting on the ground because we want to get as much movement into the foot as possible. From here, we're going to crunch the toe, and then we're going to relax. We're imagining this ball of your foot is the place that you're crunching from. And then relaxing. So we're getting a big workload through the toes through the muscles that bend our toes, and also the plantar fascia, which is the tissue on the base of your foot. So again, crunch, relax, crunch, relax. So trying to make as big a C curve as we can with our foot, and then relax. I'm going to go for a few more of those. Go 2 more, and last one. And then we're going to swap to your other foot. So leg off the ground, crunching from this part, not just from the end of your toe. So your whole foot is trying to fold in half, and then relax. Crunch and relax. I'm going to do a total of 10 on each side. Honestly, I have no idea how many I did on the other side. I wasn't really counting. But if you're following along at home, 10 on each side. I've got 4 more to go. And 2 more. You might feel as you're doing this that there's muscles in your calf that are working. I'm definitely feeling that right now. It's really interesting that the muscles that make your foot work aren't all located in your foot. A lot of them actually come up into that calf area. So if you're feeling other things working to make you crunch and relax your foot, that's completely fine. For our final move, we're going to find a wall, a corner, a rig in the gym if you've got one. We're going to work on really powerfully pushing off that big toe while making the rest of our legs do some other movement. We're going to try and keep that bottom foot hovering throughout the whole movement. We're going to bend your knee, lean your foot back, and then we're going to push up on our big toe, bringing our knee up in the air. Lean back, push up. Hover your foot, lean back, push up. Get real high. Hover, push up. I'm going to do about 10 on each side, a couple of times through. Before swapping to your other side. And there we have it, our foot mobility and big toe mobility session. I hope you enjoyed.